Okay. You are somebody who has always been an off the beaten path kind of person. You are somebody who likes to take the path less traveled. But there has been something in your life that has had a roadblock kind of to this path. There's been a roadblock for you. And I'm getting that this has to do with, the societal cages that we all end up in. You found yourself feeling like the path that you wanted to take wasn't safe, wasn't okay, made others uncomfortable. And so you stayed on the other side of this roadblock, on the wrong side of this roadblock. So I'm going to pull a few cards from my Oracle deck, Magic of You Oracle deck. Keys are significant to this message and for you. So that's confirmation. So let's pull a little bit on this. Cats are also significant for you. Another confirmation. Both of mine are just hanging out, staring at me. 111 on the timer. There's something significant for you about the recent full moon. So maybe this was the first time you felt a very strong pull to the full moon. It was orange last night. I got my kids out of bed to go look at it. Okay, come on. So you've been stuck here for a while. The fact that this is taking a while to come out is a message in and of itself that you have been stuck at this roadblock for a while, but you're starting to see through it. You're starting to see through this block. And that is a great sign that you are ready to move past it. Okay, so I'm being called to share with you that this roadblock it's not a mistake, 222 on the timer. You're not behind. This was a purposeful pause in your off-beaten path. So you needed to have this roadblock up so that you could follow a karmic path before you take this path less traveled. So 242 on the timer. It's a really big number for my readings. If you don't know, I'm on Instagram and a lot of my readings there, the number 242 shows up. So go through and see which ones have the number 242 on them, because those messages might be significant for you as well. Okay, but you're being called. Okay, so there's a few things you're being called to do to help move past this roadblock. So the first is compassion for yourself, because this was not compassion for the pause in your journey. So this was not something that you did wrong. Have compassion for yourself, because I'm getting that not feeling in alignment with yourself is very hard for you right now. You're feeling hurt about that, and that's okay, but have grace for yourself, because you needed to do this in order for your soul to come through this karmic path and be ready for what's next, because this path less traveled is not something that you are even really aware of at the moment. So you needed to prepare for this path. So have compassion for yourself. And you are also being called to you're being called to honor your creativity. Find some sort of creative outlet. I'm getting that this is going to turn from a creative outlet to something solid and tangible in your life. It's going to ground in and anchor in this next path for you. You are also being called. You are being called to communicate with the divine, with your angels, with source. You may or may not know that you have the ability to do so. I'm getting that you've maybe had some inclinations in your past that maybe it's possible for you. Maybe you've had a certain pull to it. But being stuck at this roadblock has made you feel like, no, that wasn't true. It wasn't my path. But you are being told that you do have these abilities and that this will be part of your path. So the call to action here is to sit in silence with yourself, pull yourself into your heart space, into your third eye. And you don't need to quiet your mind, just kind of pull your consciousness inward. I do have some meditations on my website that would help you get started on this path. I am also launching a mystery school, which will include awakening meditations. And it helps you down this path, the path less traveled. So if this is resonating with you, I definitely recommend putting your name on the wait list so that you are notified when it's going to be launched. My own messaging is that it's going to be a quick turnaround for me, 555 on the timer. So once it's ready, it's launching. So sign up and get notified about that. And in the meantime, you could download the meditations I have on my website to get you started while you wait for the school to be launched. So let's get a couple more. I already did those. Okay, let's get a couple more on this. The color red might be significant for you too, and purple, which are the colors for my brand and my school. So I'm getting that on this path because I was thinking, okay, let's see what's going to come in for you on this path. And love is definitely part of it. You're going to get the love that you knew had to exist, but the world told you it didn't. That deeper love, that greater love, the unconditional love, the one who not just says, I'm here to support your dreams, but they actually help you create the time and the capacity to go after your dreams. That kind of love, the kind of love where there's no separation. Yeah, there's no separation. I was going to go into that, but I said, no, leave it at that. There is no separation. So whoever you are, you know what I mean by that. Okay. Yeah, so they want you to be open to this. You don't have to do anything. Choose yourself. That's coming through very specifically with the Honor Yourself Oracle card. You need to make sure you're always choosing yourself. So even though love is on this path for you, you're not being called to go out and take action on this. You are not being called to go out into the world looking for it. Don't date. Dating is how you exhaust yourself and you basically take attention away from pouring into your cup, from finding who you are, from honoring yourself when you date, because you're trying on 1,000 hats that don't fit and never will fit because they're not in alignment. I mean, imagine it's random. But when you are focused on yourself, on your soul, on your mission, on your path less traveled, then your exact person, it's not random. They're on that path because they are in alignment with your path. So you are not being called to go out there and date right now. You are being called to pour into your own cup, follow this path, and know what's waiting for you out there. So if you would like a little bit of more support, I do offer one-on-one support. And I just added mini tarot readings to my list of services in case that's more accessible for you. So I encourage you to go check that out at the link in bio.